lawyer, and she's just never think of that. And then, see, you can make that excuse up in every single, and that's what they do. They mentally make excuses of other people, and they're afraid to pick up the phone and call. Then when they pick up the phone and call, they don't know what to say.
Okay, well, let me ask you this, Chuck. I have a question. When you get this person to sign up, because you got the Visa or MasterCard, they signed up. Then what are your next steps with that person? Is training them to do what you just did? Are they asking those questions?
Well, first thing I do, I send them the PDF files of pictures. Athletes wearing the product. I say, we'll put this together. I sort of reinforce, and I remind him to go to the website, gather the information, and then I call them. I use a tick system, which you've heard me talk about. I go away from the call and the person. My whole goal every day when I was starting was to do 60 ticks a day, and I would go like this. Every time I dial the phone, it had nothing to do whether or not someone answered. That wasn't in the equation. And every day, for 30 days, I would do 60 ticks, or 1,800 in 30 days. And a tick was dialing the phone. Get voicemail, doesn't matter, it's a tick. And when I would follow up with someone, I would also get a tick. So I'd go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, and I would do 60 every single day. If I didn't, some days I had to do 70. And sometimes I'd work, what I used to do is code my calls from East Coast, Midwest, West Coast, and Hawaii. Because if I was behind, I did my Hawaii calls at 9 at night because it's only 6 in Hawaii. And I did this for 2 years. 60 dialing, dial the phone, because when you dial, it takes away, people answer and they'd say, "What the hell you called?" I say, "You know what? I needed a tick mark. Thank you very much, Bob." I didn't care. I didn't give a rip. It had nothing to do with who answered. If they answered, "Oh, hi, Phil. Phil, I'm in this person going to give you a call because you and I, you may remember, we were involved in whatever the anchor was," or I would go out and I would collect names through the day off of real estate signs. If I saw a sign, Alex Rodriguez, Notary Republic, phone number, he'd go on my list. I'd say, "Oh, hi, Alex, give me a call." Because I understand you're a notary over in Covina. I am. Well, I mean, it's first one to give you a call because I have kind of an interesting situation I need to share with you. I need to share with you. Do you have a minute? Another strong anchor. So, well, I'm expanding a technology coming in the area. And Alex, what I'm looking for, and I know you bump into lots of people, I'm looking for folks that are school teachers or professional, they've been trainers, that are looking for an upper income position. And if you know of someone, I'd like to forward some info to them. Does anyone come to mind? So what is it? What's it all about? And I said, well, that's the best part. It takes about a half hour. Are you good for coffee and whatever? And I mean it for coffee. But, I didn't give her, if he hung up on me, I was excited because I could get to the next tick quick.
Well, if you started meeting like 5 people and you had 60 calls to make, what the heck do
you get behind?
I was going to say.
And I'd have to work Saturday. Make it up. I'd work, but I was, and George knows, I was.
Notice how he sets up an appointment. In other words, you have to teach people to use the phone to make an appointment.
Yeah.
And if you watch what mistakes, and Danny Johnson talks about this, first of all, most people think that sales is trying to convince or explaining something. So they'll say, "What's it all about?" So the average person will think, "Oh, okay, now they're open." Okay. Well, it's called Lifewave. And basically, it's these nanotechnology patches, and one's white and one's tan. They go on, and it's like, and they wonder what went wrong. Where the phone really needs to be to set the appointment and not get caught up in any kind of explanation, because if you go down that road, because you have to understand the psychology of people is they want to know what it is so they can tell you they're not interested. As long as you keep them teased so they don't really know what it is, they're going to want to meet with you. If you give them any information at all, they'll come to a conclusion, this is not for them. Oh, I know what that is. And that's the danger. That's what it keeps him. He doesn't allow them to do that. So he starts with the business thing. They're interested. He sets the appointment, and then he won't go into it.
Okay, unless they're in Hawaii or East Coast.
That's
and then if they say, well, what is it? What's it all about? I say, oh my God, that's the best part. You have a piece of paper and a pencil. Okay, and I go through it. But if they say, well, what's it all about? I say, that's the best part. It's about 10 minutes, and we can get good at the product. Yeah, I know. What's the product? I say, it's fascinating, and I'm really excited to walk you through it. Are you okay at 10 tomorrow? Or is 11 Wednesday better? Close. I just don't get pushed around. you know, I don't let them take me into, well, it's nanotechnology. I don't even mention the name of the company unless I get them to a website. But what I don't want is people to get ahead of me. For instance, on my business card says Chuck Michael, expansion coordinator, cell number. No website, no email. Because if I'm recruiting, like, you know, I've recruited here and there, I don't want them to get ahead of me. All I want to do, if I meet them, like in the elevator, I met a group, they were from the upper reaches of Lake Michigan. We talked to them about up there, and I said, you know, it's really fascinating because we're expanding the technology company into the Michigan and the whole section of the United States. And, you know, looking for folks that are school teachers, good with people. If you know of anyone, here's my card. And they see my card, it just says expansion coordinator, very consistent with what I've been talking about. But they can't get ahead of me. They got to call me. Now, when I got them on the phone, I'm closing. I mean, I'm talking and closing, talking and closing. But otherwise, I mean, the reason that I know this is because I've had all the bad stuff happen. Oh, I went to your website, and what a bunch of this and that. Because they never, see, people filter negatively. They go to the website trying to figure out what's wrong with this thing. Oh, okay, I see it. That is one of those. I knew it. Boom. So I don't want them to get ahead of me until I've had a chance to really walk through it. But I would say that you've got to get in the habit of closing, not in an obnoxious way, but for their reasons. Here's your next step. Here's what because this is what I did. You want to try the product, and we can do it on your Visa or MasterCard. I'm setting them up for another sales, or to me, it's a trial close. Well, what do I get? Oh my gosh, that's the best part.
Are you starting closing with diamonds? You practice.
I always close. Always close.
I mean, not to go under the diamond.
No, I always close at 5. And I've been in coffee shops. I remember I had a gal, she was Korean, and I'm closing this guy across the table. She's kicking me because I had closed him 15 times. And she's kicking me. She said, I didn't care. He would ask the most asinine question, you know. That's a great question. And when you get your package, I'm not going to be explaining to do it in your Visa card, whatever. You know what? I got it. I didn't care because I know I'm not going to go anywhere if I don't get them on board. And somehow when people buy the product, they read about it, they buy it, there's a whole different mental connect.
Danny Johnson, I listen to her. She does a lot of the takeaway. She starts out with, she'll say, "Hey David, this is George. How are you?" You know, she doesn't say, "This is George Hogan from Lifewave." She teaches you to use your first name in a friendly voice. First, she teaches you how to use the voice, posture. Not, "Hey David, this is George Hogan from Lifewave. How are you?" You answer their business call. You know, she teaches you to say, "Hi David, this is George. How are you?" George who? Oh, I'm George. I'm actually just responding to your invite. You sent an email to our company looking for a home-based business opportunity. How can I help you? And that completely throws them. I mean, how can I help me? In other words, most people launch into we're Lifewave,
Yeah.
So you have to teach them, how can I help you? What are you looking for, David? What have you done? You start interviewing. That's how you control the conversation. And this is stuff you have to teach people how to do because it's not logical. The logical thing people, you've got a lead on here that says, oh, they must be interested in Lifewave, and so you call up, I'm George Hogan from Lifewave. I see you responded to an ad, so let me tell you about Lifewave. Lifewave is a company, blah, blah, blah. And now they've blown it because they haven't even built a rapport with a person. Number one, she teaches you must develop rapport with the person on the phone first.